Hi folks, this is Vicki at patternprincess.com. Today I'm going to show you a nice simple technique for working a half double crochet chainless foundation stitch. At least that's what I'm calling it. And this is a sample here that I've worked that uses that technique. This is a sample I've worked that does not use that technique. I'm showing you the front and back of it here, top and bottom. Okay, so here's the differences. This here, I worked the normal chain stitch. Then on the way back, I did my half double crochet stitches in the top loop of the chain stitch. So you can kind of see there's a little bit more of a gap here. There's nothing wrong with that. It looks fine, but if you're going to sometimes add a border, or depending on what you're doing, you might want to have a little bit more symmetrical look, where you can't tell quite so much that this stitch is different than the other one. I'm going to hold it the right way, sorry about that. So that you want to be able to see, you don't necessarily want to be able to see that bottom row or have it pull out. See, this will pull out a little bit. Where this one here, if I give it a tug, it really doesn't pull out, doesn't want to pull. So if you're going to add a border onto something, or if you're just working a shawl or anything and you want the border, the first row, to really just blend in with the rest of the crochet, this is a very nice technique for that, okay? I'm going to show you how simple it is to do. What you're essentially doing is a chain stitch and a half double crochet at the same, well, not at the same time, but in the same stitch column. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to get my slip knot on my hook. I just make a loop, fold it in half, stick my fingers in, and bring one of the loops through. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is chain two, and you don't want to have your stitches really tight because then it's going to be hard to get in the stitches. So we're going to chain two, 1, 2, yarn over, and then the furthest chain, 1, 2, the second chain from the hook, the first chain that you crocheted, right? We are going to work into that top loop, yarn over, draw it through. Now we have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and go through the first loop. That creates that chain stitch. Now we have 3 loops on the hook like you normally would with a half double crochet. You yarn over and you go through all 3 loops. So what you just did is you created, now it looks funny because I'm holding it this way, but the stitches that we skipped, those count as a half double crochet and a chain stitch, and this one here is your chain stitch on the bottom and then a half double crochet above that. I'm going to do a couple more. Now I have to work into the bottom loop of the 2 loops of the stitch that we just created. So I yarned over, put my hook through there, and I yarn over again, draw it through. I have my 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, go through 1 loop. I have my 3 loops on my hook again, and yarn over, go through all 3. We're going to do another one, yarn over, go through the bottom 2 loops of the previous stitching, yarn over, draw through, yarn over, go through 1 loop, and yarn over, go through all 3 loops. You're going to do another, I'm going to do a few more. I'm going to yarn over, go through the bottom 2 loops, yarn over, bring it through, yarn over, go through 1 loop, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through the bottom 2 loops, yarn over, go through 1 loop. My yarn is tangling. Hold on a sec. You know, every time I get on camera, it seems I have a little knot. There we go. That was a quick one to get out. Okay, so we have our 3 loops on our hook. And then we yarn over and go through all 3. Okay, yarn over, go through the bottom 2 loops, bring it through, yarn over, go through 1 loop, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through the bottom 2 loops, yarn over, draw it through, yarn over, draw through 1 loop, and yarn over, draw through 3. I'm just going to take this and take a second to look at it here, and this is how it looks. It's already starting to take shape. And this looks just like this one here. And that is how you do your half double crochet chainless foundation stitch, where you have your chain stitch really incorporated just below your half double crochet. It's all worked a little bit more of a vertical way, so it really doesn't pull very much. Okay, of course this I had a little bit loose to start with, so this is a little bit looser, so maybe tighten that up a little bit so that it'll look nicer on the end. And that's it. That's how you do the stitch. There will be a written tutorial as well on the website that's free, and then we'll have other tutorials for you, so make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.